Like, this clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least be questionable and being fired.
This clip of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the?
Picture this, Indiana's golden ticket, the woman selling out arenas and sparking a national WNBA frenzy, just did what she always does, lit up the court, ignited the crowd, and made the Fever look like a legit threat. Then out of nowhere, boom, her coach yanks her out like she's a misbehaving rookie sniffing too close to greatness. Fans didn't just notice, they exploded. The clips went viral, the internet lost its collective mind, and the debate is on fire. Was it strategy? Was it personal? Or just another outdated coach trying to dim the brightest star the league's seen in decades? If you're riding with Caitlin and sick of the old guard trying to control the show, then comment below. #Unleash Caitlin, it's time.
Talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up, man. Why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you see right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark as Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up.
Because let's be real, this wasn't some heat-of-the-moment miscommunication. Caitlin Clark's face said everything. Pure confusion, laced with that asterisk. Did that really just happen? Asterisk look that's been showing up more and more lately. Not pain. Not anger. Just the slow, sinking realization that even celebrating a big-time play apparently needs a permission slip in Indiana. This is the same Caitlin who built her brand on playing with swagger, waving to student sections, pointing to the rafters, and injecting life into a sport that's been begging for attention for years. And now? The very franchise cashing in on her stardom is basically saying, hey, maybe tone it down a bit.
I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and there's no...
And let's not kid ourselves, this isn't some isolated weird moment. It's just the latest brick in a growing wall of awkward, controlling, borderline insecure decisions this franchise keeps stacking around their generational talent. From the moment Caitlin Clark was drafted, it felt like the Fever were more eager to parade their team-first culture than celebrate the fact that they landed the very player who's single-handedly reviving the league's relevance. They've mistaken micromanaging for mentorship, like instead of handing Clark the keys to the Ferrari they just bought, they're giving her a moped and scolding her about speed limits.
Has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached...
Look at what she's already done for them. Sold out crowds both home and away, jerseys flying off shelves, and more national media attention than this franchise could have dreamed of in a decade. Any sane organization would be rolling out a red carpet lined with gold bricks. Instead, they're treating Caitlin Clark like a rookie intern who needs constant reminders not to outshine her supervisors during meetings. Her spark, her swagger, her magnetic charisma, those are the qualities you build statues for, not muzzle with some corporate handbook on humble celebrations. And just when she hits a filthy step-back three on J.C. Sheldon, with the arena erupting like a playoff game, what happens? She gets subbed out. Game on the line, momentum peaking, crowd in a frenzy, and she's benched. She doesn't even check back in.
goes and hits a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her. I don't know.
It's not like it's a close game. They're up by 20. Caitlin Clark doesn't see the floor again. She's on the sideline, hyping up the crowd, doing exactly what you'd want your star to do. That's the version of Caitlin everyone came to see, the energy, the engagement, the fire. And then suddenly, the coach just grabs her, no warning, no explanation, just pulls her out of the moment. It's bizarre. And let's not ignore the management side of this awkward mess. It's like they accidentally hit the jackpot with Clark, then immediately got nervous she was too magnetic, too central to why fans are showing up. So what's their brilliant response? Limit her minutes, bench her during key stretches, and now physically drag her away from her own hype celebrations. They're acting like their superstar is some overexcited rookie who needs to be reminded she's not the main attraction, when in reality, she absolutely is. Every moment like this just makes it clearer. They're either tone-deaf, threatened, or both.
That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever, but I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office, something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard team.
Its teammates suddenly acting like passing to Caitlin Clark is optional, even when she's wide open. Then add a coach physically stopping her from high-fiving fans, and the picture becomes clear. This isn't structure, it's control. It's not mentorship, it's soft sabotage dressed in matching polos. Something is definitely off inside the Indiana Fever, locker room tension, front office weirdness, coaching missteps, it's all stacking up. In one single game, we saw 3 different awkward situations involving Clark. First, Natasha Howard ignoring her so blatantly that Clark literally bent down to tie her shoe mid-possession, knowing she wasn't getting the ball. Ever since Dana Evans left, the Fever have slowly become Natasha Howard's team, and that shift is impossible to ignore. But here's what's truly wild. Clark's not acting like some entitled star. She's done everything right, putting up historic numbers, staying poised under constant media heat, and transforming the Fever from a forgotten franchise into the hottest ticket in town. Yet somehow, the organization seems more focused on managing her visibility than maximizing her impact, and you can see it wearing her down. The joy? It's still there, but just barely.
Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity as a rookie. Merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this.
The trademark Clark grin still shows up, but look closely. When she's subbed out for no reason, ignored by teammates while wide open, or physically restrained by a coach in the middle of celebrating, there's that fleeting micro-expression, confusion, frustration, a silent, why am I even here if I can't be me? It's the kind of invisible gut punch only real hoopers recognize, a competitor's spirit slowly being bruised by the very people who should be fueling it. And here's the kicker, Caitlin Clark isn't just a great player, she's a generational economic engine. As a rookie, she was responsible for 26.12% of all WNBA-related economic activity. League merchandise sales skyrocketed 234%. The Indiana Fever? Valued at $90 million before her arrival, now, after just 40 games, they're worth $340 million. That's not just rare, it's once in a lifetime. There's no second Steph Curry. No clone of Clark's style, influence, or magnetic pull. She has billion-dollar potential. And yet, beneath all the hype and highlight reels, the ugliest truth is this, the very system profiting from her magic might be the one dimming it.
Has been knocked on her ass. She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other.
There's a very uncomfortable dynamic unfolding, and it's bigger than basketball. What we're witnessing isn't just strategic missteps or coaching quirks. It's narrative gatekeeping. Caitlin Clark is a white woman who's taken the WNBA by storm, and that doesn't neatly fit into the league's long-standing identity arc. She's not leaning into race politics. She's not playing the victim. She's just hooping, electrifying arenas, selling out merch, and dragging her team into playoff relevance. And for a portion of the old WNBA establishment, that's deeply unsettling. Her explosive rise disrupts years of carefully cultivated narratives, and instead of celebrating the massive wave of new attention and revenue she's brought, there's this quiet but persistent effort to shrink her, humble her, mute her joy, and remind her that rewriting the script wasn't in the plan. And let's not pretend fans aren't paying attention. They see every awkward play where Clark's teammates freeze her out. They hear the tension in interviews. They see the coach yanking her mid-celebration, a viral moment now memed to death like she's a child needing discipline. This isn't player development. It's control dressed up in team-first cliches. Caitlin Clark has been knocked to the floor, cheap shot, poked in the eye, and yet keeps showing up, keeps elevating the league. The problem isn't Caitlin Clark. The problem is everyone who still hasn't figured out how to deal with Caitlin Clark.
Has this coach been reprimanded, suspended, fired? This is really terrible behavior. What is happening behind the scenes? If the WNBA wants to do an investigation, they might want to look into the FIBA staff treatment of Caitlin Clark. And you see right here, women are equal, correct? We all know the story. This would be if there was a male coach, why a double standard, fire her. Coach's posture is interesting. I remember seeing